Today was a typical race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We have rain at the start of the race. They didn't get the race until like 20 minutes later than the actual start of the race time. But today, Christopher Bell shines at one of his good tracks, New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Christopher Bell officially is locked into the NASCAR playoffs. Let's get started with this video. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of In the NASCAR. Today we're going to be doing the Ambetter 301 race review, and so my first race for the first 3/4 of this race was dominated by Martin Truex Jr. I literally thought Truex was going to have a shot at the win today, but I mean he settled for a good finish, so yeah. And this is going to get very interesting for the playoff grid because so far only 2 more spots are available for the playoffs for point their way in, which are Ryan Blaney and Truex. They're held up by those 2 spots, and boy, this is going to get very interesting heading into these next few races. We still got Pocono, we still got Indianapolis, the road course. That one's going to be a wild card race. We got Richmond, Watkins Glen, Michigan, and Daytona, I believe. So I think those are just the remaining races of the regular season. And as you guys know, last year I did a playoff predictions video, and I will be doing the exact same thing. I might do the exact same way how I did it, but we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna do my playoff predictions video. Might be that exact same way. We'll see. So yeah. But anyways, Christopher Bell gets his first win of the season. He hasn't won since the second race of the 2021 season, which, speaking of 2021, I actually predicted Bell to win last year's New Hampshire race, but Eric Almirola won it in a surprising way. So unfortunately, Almirola will not get to win this one, but Christopher Bell wins it, so I'm really happy because a Toyota driver won, and I'm a big Toyota fan. I'm a big Toyota fan, so I'm really glad Christopher Bell won. Really happy Christopher Bell won today. I would have been extremely happy too if Truex would have won. But the only Toyota driver I don't like is Kyle Busch. So, yeah. So, from the start was Martin Truex Jr. leading their way to the green flag. And I haven't talked about a few drivers. Bubba Wallace, he had a tremendous day. He had an amazing day today. I think he finished top 3. So, that's really great for Bubba Wallace. He needs those points, but I think he's gonna have to win, though. So yeah, but a good day for Bubba Wallace, and so at the start of the race we have Ty Dillon getting into Ty Dillon and Haley getting together, and Alex Bowman getting into it with a bunch of other drivers like BJ McLeod, Josh Blicky. Alex Bowman was out of the race, fortunate for him. And then Kyle Busch spun out. He spun out not once but twice in today's race, and then it was basically just not a lot of entertaining moments in the first half of the race. Martin Truex Jr. won stage 1. So yeah, I just find this the typical New Hampshire race at this point. I mean, New Hampshire kind of really just doesn't really put on that much of entertaining shows. So yeah, but all I gotta say is, so it was really good, for Christopher Bell. But yeah. Truex won stage 1, and then stage 2, Truex won the stage once again, but we had a few incidents. Mostly the incident with Brad Keselowski and Austin Dillon. They were basically, Austin Dillon came up and got into Keselowski, and then Keselowski came and just absolutely just loses it, just absolutely gets triggered and just rubs all over Austin Dillon there, which I don't even know what happened. So yeah, I don't even know what happened there to begin with. And then Martin Truex Jr. won stage 2, and then stage 3 was just great racing overall, good racing, typical New Hampshire moments racing, and yeah, and then Christopher Bell was able to get the lead, while Truex I'm not sure if he had one of those bad stops on pit road. I know Denny Hamlin had a bad stop one time. Austin Cindric, I know he lost a wheel. Austin Dillon spun out. He and Kevin Harvick made contact. I know that happened in the race today. So yeah. And then this race was just basically a typical New Hampshire race. That's all I gotta say. Just a typical New Hampshire race today, and not really surprising that this race wasn't that good. Wasn't that great. It was just good. It was basically an average race. Let's just say that average to under average. But yeah, but glad glad I'm happy Christopher Bell won, even though he sort of wrecked Denny Hamlin at Atlanta last week. But hey, Hamlin had a good finish. He finished 6th, so hey, that's a thumbs up. All Toyota did good today, probably except for Kyle Busch. Probably except kind of for the Busch brothers, maybe. But Kyle Busch, he did good in the later stages of the race. And Kurt Busch as well. He just had a good day. Was leading up at one point with Chase Elliott. I know he was battling up there. And then after the pit stop cycle, Bell actually got by both Kurt Busch and Chase Elliott. They both were able to get Bell was able to get the advantage after green flag pit road cycle stop. Then boom, here we are. So Christopher Bell gets his first win of the season, and boy, these next few races, 6 races, are going to be wild. I'm telling you, this is probably going to be one of my favorite seasons, even though I'm not sure if it's going to be one of my favorite seasons, but it's going to be probably right up there. If you guys want to know my favorite season so far, it's currently 2019. 2019 is currently one of my favorite seasons I've watched. 2018 was just horrible. 2019, way more better. 2020 was in between 2019 and 2018. 2021, right up there with 2019. But 2022 could be better than 2019. Who knows? Yeah. So, yeah, all I gotta say is, this was a typical New Hampshire race, but congratulations to Christopher Bell for winning today's race. Oh, and also, Denny Hamlin got in the back of Ross Chastain, which I heard on the Performance Racing Network radio, that Denny Hamlin hit the bumper of Ross Chastain extremely hard, but from the replay that was NASCAR, that I've seen on my last video, it wasn't that hard. But again, Chastain didn't end up getting wrecked. So yeah, but just to let you guys know, I don't think that was enough payback. I think Ross Chastain at least needs to get wrecked. Still, just like last week, and I still stand by the statement. I think Ross Chastain needs to get wrecked in order for him to learn his lesson. That's the only thing. Bumping it isn't gonna help. It's just gonna make things worse. So I think Chastain needs to get wrecked, and then this whole thing could be over. So yeah. So that's basically what I have to say there. But congratulations to Christopher Bell for winning today's race. This race was like a typical New Hampshire race. Christopher Bell. I actually thought I thought Truex was gonna win. I literally said in the middle of the race, I was like, okay, Truex is gonna win this race. I'm calling it, and nope. He did not win it. So, yeah, congratulations to Christopher Bell for winning today's race. I think Chase Elliott, he did finish 2nd as well. Boy, if Chase Elliott would have won again today, then he's going to be on a hot streak of Kyle Larson, because he finished 2nd. He finished 1st at Nashville. He finished 2nd in Road America. Finished 1st and 2nd. 1st, 2nd. Wow, he's on a hot streak. I can tell you, Chase Elliott is on a hot streak. 1st place at Nashville, 2nd at Road America. 1st place at Atlanta, 2nd at New Hampshire. And what is he going to win? I'm calling it. I think Chase Elliott's going to win next week because of his hot streak. Because his hot streak right now, I'm telling you, Chase Elliott's going on a pattern right now at this point. Chase Elliott, 1st at Nashville, 2nd at Road America, 1st at Atlanta, 2nd at New Hampshire. Man, he's on a 1st, 2nd. Man, he's on a roll. So, yeah, he's probably going to be the regular season champion. But, yeah, back to Christopher Bell. It was basically a Toyota day. Toyotas were basically mostly the drivers were leading laps. Kevin Harvick, he was up there for the most part. Of course, Truex was. Hamlin mostly spent time in the teens, pretty much the lower teens, pretty much for the first part of the race. But then, as soon as the race went on, Hamlin started to get up towards the top 10 and ended up finishing sixth. So yeah, I'm happy Hamlin got a top 10. So which I'm thumbs up. So thumbs up, Hamlin got a top 10. So yeah, all I gotta say was this race was like an average New Hampshire race. Let's just say that. And now let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the results. Alright everyone, here's the results after today's race. Currently, Christopher Bell won the race, Chase Elliott second, I mentioned Bubba Wallace third, Truex Jr. after having a dominating day finishes fourth, Kevin Harvick fifth, Denny Hamlin sixth, Brad Keselowski after being roughed up after getting in a rough up situation with Austin Dillon finishes seventh, Ross Chastain finishes eighth, Daniel Suarez ninth, Kurt Busch 10th, he rallies back to 10th after making one of those green flag pit stops, William Byron 11th, Kyle Busch 12th, Austin Cindric 13th, Kyle Larson 14th, Chase Briscoe 15th, Allmendinger 16th, Buescher 17th, Blaney 18th, 19th Eric Jones. Blaney actually spun out today, so just want to keep an eye on that. Eric Jones 19th, 20th Justin Haley, Tyler Reddick 21st, Stenhouse 22nd, Austin Dillon 23rd, Joey Logano, he went for an unscheduled pit stop, finishes 24th, Todd Gillen 25th, Harrison Burton 26th, Cole Custer 27th, McDowell 28th, Haley 29th, Cody Ware 30th, Eric Almirola 31st, Corey LaJoie 32nd, Ty Dillon and Josh Blicky rounded out. So yeah, also I forgot to mention that there was an accident involving Corey LaJoie, Harrison Burton, and Michael McDowell. I know Todd Gillen, he spun out as well. Ryan Blaney, he did as well. So I want to make sure if I got caught up on all the incidents, on all the crashes. So yeah, so in conclusion, this race was kind of boring, but at the same time it had some really high moments as well. It was kind of boring, but had some high moments. But it was like kind of boring. It was like boring, but had some good moments. So with that, the conclusion: this was a typical New Hampshire race, and weather for the second year in a row playing in effect. So yeah, but on the start time. But hey, luckily it didn't was happening in the middle of the race. It just happened before the start. So yeah, I was surprised New Hampshire actually got weather. I heard that New Hampshire, the raceway was supposed to get 0% chance of rain, but then boom, rain comes up. So Mother Nature threw a little bit of a surprise in there. But yeah, Christopher Bell gets the job done today. So congratulations to that 20 team. They deserve this. Well, they deserve this, and especially the entire Joe Gibbs team. I'm happy one of the Toyota drivers wins. Yes. Okay. Except for Kyle Busch, but okay. So yeah. So in the end, I'm gonna give this race a 4 out of 10 because most of the race was just been a little boring. Just because 4 out of 10 for this race, mostly because the race was been a little boring, and so yeah. But it did have some little bit of some high moments in this race. So yeah, this was a typical New Hampshire race. 4 out of 10 for this race. So not really the best. Not one of my favorite races of the season, but it's not as bad as Martinsville. I can tell you that it was not bad, not as bad as Martinsville. So yeah, everyone, that's it for this. That's it for this race review. Congratulations to Christopher Bell and that entire team. Go celebrate. The next race will be at Pocono Raceway. So yeah, Pocono Raceway, the Tricky Triangle. I want to see how that race plays out. We're only going to Pocono once, so I'm actually really excited for Pocono next week because I don't know what to expect at Pocono. Same with the NE Road Course. I'm excited for that race as well. Pretty much for all the rest of the road races of the season. So yeah. Anyways, guys, that's basically it for this video. What do you guys think about the race? Let me know in the comments below. And anyways, this is Preston signing off. Peace out, fans.